on game night. There's been a murder or a heist or some sort of horrible crime. And Kevin, Aaron, Lincoln, and Nikki are going to solve it. In Chronicles of Crime.
Elementary.
A game by Lucky Duck Games designed by David Cicurel for 1 to 4 players. So grab your deerstalker caps and magnifying glasses and tolerance for terrible English accents and come with us to Scotland Yard.
Aaron,
Lincoln.
will you guide us through Chronicles of Crime?
I will. I don't have very much teaching to do at all on this game because the app that we download for free from the Apple or Google App Store will do most of the teaching and gaming for us here. This is one of those games where you don't really need to know anything before you start because the app will guide you through it. And we did the tutorial off camera. It introduced us to all the key concepts and took us through a very short case. It was very useful and very easy, and the tutorial mission or case only takes about 10 or 15 minutes. This one should take a little longer, but it's basically all the same concepts. So we are Scotland Yard police detectives, and we're going to solve a crime. We have the board in front of us where evidence that we discover during the case will go. We'll have some evidence cards, and when the app tells us whether or not they're relevant to the case, they'll go up here on the board. We have locations. Right now we have Scotland Yard as our home location, and we will be told to put out other ones during the game. These are all neighborhoods and areas around London, and we put them on the side of the board and maybe up top there. When we discover a location, it'll tell us which one to put out. We may discover people that reside or are present at that location, and every card in this game has a QR code that you can scan with the app. If it is a person, you will interrogate that person and ask them questions about things that you've discovered in the case. If it's a location, sometimes you'll be able to search that location, and that's a really cool little mini game almost in the app, and you'll be able to follow along and see that from the audience here, where we look around for clues in the crime scene or wherever the location is. You also will be able to put out a couple pieces of evidence there, Kevin. Assuming that we had found something and then the app told us, yes, these are valid pieces of evidence and they go up on the board, they're relevant to the case. If we're talking to this guy, interrogating him, we can then scan this app and he'll say, oh yeah, that piece of furniture was my grandfather's heirloom that he made back in the old country, and this gun was registered to my wife, but she took it with her when she left. If it's relevant, they'll tell you about it, and you do that by scanning the QR code. You can also ask them about other people. So maybe this lady is a person of interest, and if he knows her, you scan that code and he'll tell you something about her.
Okay.
When you scan a location code, that makes you travel to the location. The app will warn you when you scan a location code. Are you sure you want to leave what you're doing and go to the location? Because you don't. That's the one thing that you don't ask people about when you're interrogating them. So otherwise you scan. Every card that will come up in the game has a QR code to scan, and then the app will tell you what, if anything, you find out about it. We have these cards in front of us are not our player characters, but we each are having one right now because there's 4 of us. If you were playing with less players, you just arrange them however you want. These are the forensic contacts. They are always available to you to ask questions and essentially dig a little deeper on something that you want to know about. We have a scientist, a hacker, a doctor, and a criminologist. So if we perhaps found a gun, we might go to the scientist to see if there were fingerprints on the gun. Or we might go to the hacker to find out if a cell phone had traceable calls or data that he could access on it, that kind of thing. So these are just people that are available to us in our career. At any time, we can scan the code on these forensic contacts and then scan for further cards to see if they have more to tell us about that. And that might reveal, more clues and more options for us. At the beginning of the game, we're just going to start up the app and choose a case, and none of these cards will be out here yet. I'll give these back to you. Lincoln has a deck of special items. Those will be specifically told to us by the app, you found this relevant piece. Those will not be found at a crime scene.
Okay.
When we're looking around a crime scene, and you will see this in action very shortly, let's say Lincoln is looking at the app.
Right.
looking around. It's a really neat.
VR.
It's a 360-degree view. He's going to move the phone around and actually look around a room or a location, and he'll say like, "I see a clock, and I see a plant, and I see a dog, and a framed document," and we'll be looking for those things in these evidence decks or broad categories that cover them anyway. Which those might become evidence in our case. That deck that you have, the special items, they're not found there. They arise out of more questioning and more evidence analysis that we do. So your deck is sort of like the second step of specifically finding something relevant.
I have a question.
Go for it.
If he's going through and he's saying, I'm seeing this and I'm seeing that, and I'm going through my deck, can I ask him, like, do you see food? Do you see papers?
I don't think you should do that. It's not specifically disallowed in the rules, but I think that's too playing. It's too gamey. You're directing him too much.
The goal is to see what you can see, and you may not. Different people are going to see things differently. If we feel that maybe it wasn't covered, then another person can look correctly.
Here's two reasons not to worry about that. Once he only has 40 seconds to look around the room, but then someone else can do it. Someone else can look afterwards. The app will ask you, does someone else want to try this now? And we can all take turns looking around if we think there's more.
It sucks some of the time.
The other thing is, if he describes some stuff and I say, okay, he said a plant, and maybe that was office materials, and maybe that was this. There's no penalty for picking wrong ones. We scan them all, and then the app will tell us, yes, that plant is the blah, blah, blah. And this backgammon set you found belongs, but it'll say this is not relevant, and you just set it aside. There's no penalty for picking the wrong cards out of this evidence deck.
Oh, there's not even a time penalty?
I don't believe that there is.
Okay.
And that's the last thing I'm going to tell you about before we start is time. At the end of the case, when we're ready to solve the case, we think we've found the culprit and enough evidence to prove it. There's a solve the case button, and it will ask us some questions, for instance, who did it and what's the murder weapon, that kind of thing, which we will answer by scanning cards. But part of our victory determination, or our points essentially, is how long we took to solve the case. There's no sudden death. There's no, as far as I know anyway, there may be in some of these cases, but I don't think it's a, you have to solve this case by the end of day 2 kind of situation. I think it's just, if you took this amount of time, you get 20 points, and if you took this amount of time, you get 10, and if you took too long, you get 0 or negative. It affects your score.
Right.
Every time you travel to a new location, it takes 20 minutes. Every question you ask a person takes 5 minutes. Most other card scans take 5 minutes, so the time is fairly friendly. And like I said, I think it just affects your victory at the end. I don't think the game is going to kill you and tell you have failed to solve the crime because you took too long. But maybe not. Maybe there are advanced cases where the timing matters very critically. But Lincoln, why don't you choose us a case and start it up and tell us what we know and what people we can talk to.
Cool. Okay, so let's see what we got here.
Everything but the what?
Every rose has its thorn. Well, that was the
Axl Rose card. It looked like Axl Rose. It looked like Axl Rose.
It did to me until I actually looked at the picture. I'm like, oh, that's a lady.
Debatable. Have you seen the recent pictures of Axl Rose?
He's frightening.
So we're going to do one, The Curse of the Pharaohs by Gregorz Novak probably. That should be fun. So I got to download it.
Oh, maybe we get to go to the London Museum.
Ooh.
The British Museum.
Oh, yeah, well, come on.
Okay, well, here we go.
It's here in London.
Chief Officer Carter, card number 39, has summoned you to his office.
Chief.
It's the chief.
Where's the chief?
I'll give it to you so you can scan the card, but he'll go on Scotland Yard.
I got a call from the British Museum. Location L.
Location L.
Yeah, there's the British Museum.
One of their exhibition halls was broken into, and it seems some artifact was stolen. Gather your team and investigate the place. When you get there, talk to Amy Davis, card 17. The exhibition curator. She's expecting you. Come back to Scotland Yard when you found out who's responsible for the theft. Theft? We want murder. Murder! And one more thing. Some newspapers have claimed that the museum's new collection is cursed. It's pure nonsense, but maybe you can find some connections or arguments supporting this ancient myth.
It's a terrible English accent, by the way.
I'm not even going to pretend I can do Okay, so we scan our boss, I guess?
I guess we don't have to, but it couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Maybe we should come back to him later when we have more.
Do you need any help? Next? Nope. Okay.
Okay.
Goodbye.
He goes
Yeah, he's just
here.
got there. He's waiting on
So we
us.
gotta go to the location first, then we scan the lady?
Yes.
We're going to Bloomsbury. That's the...
That's L, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks museum.
Museum.
It's probably the neighborhood.
You arrive at the British Museum. A member of the staff leads you to the burgled exhibition hall where you meet Amy Davis, the curator. Let's scan Amy. Amy, I can't pick it up, Nikki.
I know. Don't even try. I'll just hand you stuff.
Amy, what
Thank
we
God you're
gonna
here.
do?
This is outrageous. We haven't even had a chance to display the new exhibition and it's already been robbed.
It's been robbed
Man.
already. Come on, get your grammar correct
I
there.
was improvising.
I know, it's fine.
Robbed.
The only thing that was stolen was the jewel of the Queen Jewel of Queen Nitocris, an ancient Egyptian amulet depicting a sacred scarab. She hands over a photo of an ancient jewel in the shape of a sacred scarab.
05, that's going to be
called
mine. 05.
It's cursed.
There's no such thing as a curse. Don't be a ridiculous detective.
This is specific too, right?
It is,
Some
yeah.
things are very generic. It's interesting. So they'll probably use it in some way, shape, or form, I imagine. You found a clue.
Dun, dun, dun.
The game is afoot.
Stick it on the wall.
Do we have it? Do we ask anything else? It's saying here, it's just waiting for us
well,
to scan.
let's ask her about that.
Definitely.
We're still talking
Yeah.
to
Okay.
her, right?
What does she have to say
Yes,
about
that's
the scarab?
it. You found it already.
No.
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 Yes, the jewel was part of a larger donation. I'll let you read.
Yes, the jewel was part of a larger donation. Edmund Hoxter, card number 27, granted it to the museum in his will after he passed away about a month ago.
He's dead. So I'll just tell you, this is where we put characters that don't have a location or we don't know where they are. If we know that they're at that location, we put them on the location card. He's dead, so his location is hard to get to. Yeah.
Strangely enough, it was the only item that was stolen from the hall, even though there are far more valuable artifacts than the jewel.
05 again.
Right.
The curse, it's nothing but a myth. Some nonsense that doesn't deserve any attention. There was a historian obsessed with the curse who used to work at the museum. His name was Charles Cunningham, 52. But he no longer works here.
Charles Cunningham.
What about
let's
Charles?
find out about it. Yeah, let's ask her about him. See if she knows where he lives or how to get into contact.
Should we scan that one too?
Well, he's dead, but sure.
We had an argument and he was fired a few days ago, but it was for serious reasons. He went crazy on me and other museum staff, so what else could we do?
The curse.
Yeah.
He was convinced
real.
that the jewel of Queen Nitocris was cursed and that we shouldn't even accept the donation. He even tried to sabotage the handover. It was an embarrassment to the museum.
Uh-oh.
He lives in an apartment in Lewisham, Jay. If you'd like to ask him about his ridiculous claims, do you suspect him?
She wants us to.
Since we're already here, I
Yeah,
guess
let's
we're gonna
scan
ask her about the dead man.
Oh my God! You brought his dead body here.
He has a monocle. Instantly, he
Pick it up
should
from
be
the sides.
suspicious.
The sides are lifted.
Yeah, but
Link.
whatever finger. I trimmed my nails.
Edmund Hoxter was a member of the old family.
So we know he's
The
dead.
descendant of English lords. One of his ancestors had brought back plenty of artifacts from Egypt over a century ago when it was still a British colony. I never met him in person. We received his collection through legal proceedings after the execution of his last will. That's it. It doesn't mean that I'm not grateful. I'm just more interested in the actual objects of historical significance than in the person who kept them away from the public for so long.
Oh my goodness. She's an opinionated lady.
Okay.
Hey, you try running a museum. You need to be
Tough work.
opinionated.
So I
Yeah.
think that's it. Unless we've seen something else.
I think that's
No,
it. I think
no.
let's go travel to
Location, Jake.
Lewisham.
Say goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
So there is no scanning here then, huh?
Well, I
wait,
don't-
there is.
Oh.
Okay.
I was going to say, there's no looking around the room.
So I'm gonna do this. I did not realize it. It's funny that they don't tell you. Okay, I'm looking around. There's a hammer on the floor.
Tools.
There's broken glass. There's a oof, I don't know what that is. There's construction. There's artifacts. There's a computer. There it looks like there's some documents. I'm inside the museum. There's a rope going up to the ceiling. So somebody probably climbed in from that to get there. So that goes into the skylight, it looks like. There. It looks like there might be some plans or something. There's some sort of document. There's
Got that
something else
papers
here.
already, yeah.
I don't know what that is. Okay, it's fading out on me. Does somebody else want to take a peek?
Somebody take a look. Where?
I have a question. I have a card that says cords and restraining devices, but not rope.
Oh, I'd say rope.
You think that
yeah.
counts?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would put that
Because
in
he
the rope
specifically
category.
said there's a rope
I
thing.
put trash just because he said broken glass,
Yeah.
although I think that's kind of a stretch too. But like I said, I don't think it hurts us, so throw it out there.
Did you want to look, Aaron?
Let's do one more, sure, just to be sure. Especially because you said there was something that you couldn't quite tell.
Yeah, there were some things down there.
All right, let's see here. 5, 4. There's the scaffolding. There's a fire extinguishers on the wall. Yeah, it's not. There's definitely a computer.
What about? Oh, never mind. I can't say anything.
Oh, there's a big pile of rope on the ground too. There's a burglar alarm on the wall.
Interesting.
It looks like the panel is open.
Ooh, I'm gonna add this.
And there's the little sign where, like, the next to the display of the scarab that tells you about it. I see wood and construction equipment. I don't see specifically. There's definitely blueprints and papers. I don't see boxes or packages specifically. No.
So additionally, signs and symbols or anything like that?
Not
Signs.
really. I mean,
Okay.
There was a sign for the scarab.
There was a. Yeah, put that up there because I said there's a sign, a museum
yeah,
sign
yeah.
that tells you.
Did you notice anything? Did you?
Would
anybody
you
else wanna
consider any of that decoration?
look? No.
I mean, it's a museum. It's kind of all decoration.
There's
Yeah.
absolutely
I'll take a quick look while you guys are talking.
Well, but every time you do this, I think it costs us time.
Yeah, well, he's done it already.
All right.
I'm gonna do it 10 more times.
Yeah, put decoration, sure.
Yep. Okay. Hammer. Yeah. Scaffolding. Papers. Blah blah
No,
blah.
I don't
The
think-
computer. Rope.
Yeah.
I want to see this thing coming out of the thing. Okay.
Should probably stand up when you're doing
Interesting.
Anything on the-
Interesting. Nothing immediately at my feet except for the
I
rope.
think we've got all the important stuff.
Can't tell what that is.
that. I know. I was doing the same kind. It looks like a stand or something.
Yeah. You can't zoom, by the way.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, there's a sign. That's definitely a sign for the scarab.
Okay.
4, 3, 2, my vision dims.
Well, let's scan some of this
Yep.
evidence, and see if it tells us to keep it on the board or not.
What are we starting with? Signs and symbols.
Nothing in this category here.
Nothing
Okay.
interesting.
So that just goes away.
I think we should keep it in our deck in case it happens to show
Yeah.
up at another location.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it doesn't
High-tech
matter yet.
devices. The wall panel gives
Gives
access.
access to the security system.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
You found a clue.
That's what it says on the app. You found a clue.
Yep.
yeah,
And
it's
then you know.
basically telling you to put it up on the board.
Ooh, the computer. A laptop produced by a well-known hardware company. Mid-priced. Access is locked with password protection.
Of course.
Ooh.
DIY tool.
Because he said there was a hammer.
Yeah, the hammer could have been used to smash the glass cabinet. We should analyze it for fingerprints or other traces.
Here, let me do a couple. Especially because I think,
absolutely.
especially because all these might be not that good. All right, you found a clue. Oh, it really shows you to put it up on the board. Trash. Nothing in this category here. Papers.
Do you have the papers?
Papers.
A series of letters with warnings, requests, and even threats. All of them call on the museum to turn down the donation from Sir Edmund Hawkster, 27. If you hadn't found out about him already. You know. The author believes that the items are cursed, and nothing good can come from accepting them. The letters are anonymous.
Of course.
You found a clue. The letters are a clue. Cords and restraining devices. I bet this will probably be one. You found a climbing rope. Does it belong to the museum, or is it a tool the thief used? Let's do a crazy detective cord board of
We
clues.
need
I'll get the rope.
some string, yeah.
Yeah. And decoration items. Let's try this one. No, there are many other pieces of art, but it doesn't look like there was an attempt made to steal any of them. And it does not say that's a clue to put up on the board.
Okay.
All right. So, shall we go
Yeah.
Do we want to ask the lady? No, we don't. Do we want to ask her about any of
we
these
could.
things?
We could ask her like the computer. They might have the password.
Definitely the computer and the rope.
Or the
and
high
the-
tech.
and
Yeah,
the
the alarm.
burglar
Oh,
alarm.
yeah, why
too.
was this open? Yeah.
All right, let's see. So can we?
And the threatening letters.
Of course, ask me anything, she says.
Excuse
let's
me?
try-
Is that how she says it?
High tech device. Oh, no, I know. I didn't do the accent. Sebastian Hill has detailed knowledge of the security system. You should talk to him about that.
Sebastian Hill.
Amy makes a short call, and a couple of minutes later, a tall, good-looking man in uniform appears next to the exhibition hall.
Good looking.
48.
Will be the judge.
He's pretty good looking.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Stoic,
well.
stoic, chiseled, classic features. All right, fine.
As long as we're talking to her, let's ask about the laptop.
Yep.
That's my laptop. That's my laptop. I like to work in the hall while I'm setting up an exhibition. I can unlock it if that's what you need.
Yes.
Well, of course.
Amy types in her password and you now have access to the computer. Wow.
Easy. Be home by lunch.
It does. It's only 9:40 in the morning. We've almost cracked this case. It's been 40 minutes.
You can have brunch.
Should we ask her about the papers, the threatening letters?
Yeah.
I mean,
For
I don't
sure.
think she's going to know that
She's
much because
gonna be
they're
like-
anonymous.
I don't believe that stuff, blah, blah, blah.
Well, we should ask her about everything because
suppose.
the thing is like the rope might not have been an access thing, right? It might have been
Right.
something.
It might have just
yeah.
been there the whole time. While I'm setting up an exhibition, I like to place a temporary desk in the hall. This is about the papers. Although they are not signed, I'm certain these were written by Charles Cunningham, the fired guy.
Mr. C.
He wanted us to refuse the donation because of that crazy curse. Of course, we ignored all that nonsense. You should really talk some sense into him. He lives in Lewisham, Jay.
Like rough him up.
Yeah. You read between the lines. You know what she wants. Make him disappear.
She doesn't keep it very vague.
Disappear.
By putting him in
She
jail.
she says the rope that was left behind by the careless thief. I hope it will help you to find out
Oh.
who was behind the robbery. And these do take 5 minutes.
Will there be
each time.
flesh on them?
Wow, that's a lot of...
I don't know.
I
don't know
feel
if
though
that's
that some of these are worth asking, right?
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
That way, if we
ask about the
should we
laptop?
continue to have somebody like this one, that would be
The
left
tool is
by-
probably not that important. The exhibition hall was being prepared for the opening, so there are still several tools lying around here. I'm only surprised that the thief didn't use something subtler than brute force.
Oh,
All right.
boy, lady.
Who wants to talk to?
We don't want to ask about the burglar alarm?
That we did.
We did?
She
What
said
else
ask
is
this guy?
That's how we got
Oh,
this
you're
guy.
right, you're right.
That was
You're
the
right.
first
My
one.
bad.
So
That's what brought the handsome man into our
yes,
life.
it's what exactly. Somebody do this one.
Nikki, go ahead.
There's a goodbye button to press when you are done speaking to a
Ta-ta.
I don't
specific
want to
person.
get anybody else
I
in
got
there,
it, I got
right?
it. All right. Here, I'll scan it and then give it to you for
Okay.
this guy, for Sebastian.
Okay. Sebastian Hill, British Museum, security, how can I help? Next.
Hello!
Whoa, wait, that was it?
It's okay.
Wait,
That
wait,
was-
no, wait.
Now you scan what you want to talk to
Yeah,
him
we
about.
gotta ask him some
Oh.
questions.
Wanna ask him
Definitely
about
about the security system.
Get him out of the way. Computer device. Okay, this belongs to Miss Davis. She was working here during the day in order to get the exposition ready on time.
Okay, she already unlocked that
She already
laptop for
said
it. It wasn't
that.
that important. We want this for sure.
We don't know that. She may be a sucker.
The alarm only goes off if the code isn't entered within 20 seconds after entering the zone. Only the museum staff know the code, and we change it every month. He was only
He was just-
fired,
he was
Just fired a few days
so
ago.
he would still have the
Crazy
code.
Cunningham.
Should we ask him about the letters? He is security. He might know something about the threatening letters.
Papers.
For the poppycock.
Miss Davis explained to me that they are from the crazy
Paper for my
professor who can't stand our new collection. I don't think they should bother us.
We should ask him about him, too.
Oh yeah, good idea. About this guy.
Next. Doo-doo-doo.
Oh, the curse.
Yeah, that's the cursed professor. He totally freaked out when he heard that we were going to receive the collection. Miss Davis had an argument with him about it, so she could tell you more. Maybe he's behind the theft as a way to get his revenge or something.
Or something.
Okay?
Something.
Did we go through everything?
I think so.
Believe so,
Unless you
yes.
want to ask about, I can't imagine.
Would
We're
he
gonna have to
know?
have, we're gonna have to go
Tools
through
and rope,
forensics.
Would
yeah.
he know anything about that?
I don't
more
think he's
than
security.
she
You would
would?
know
I don't
it
think
was
he's really-
stolen. That's
So
a,
He told us that.
Hey, what about if there's like a
or she gave it to her.
RF device on it or something?
Okay, sure. Like a tracker on the
Yeah.
the thing.
Okay.
That's
Tile.
good.
Yeah, I was on duty last night when it was stolen. I left the hall to patrol in the hallways,
Patrol.
like I always do. I was halfway through when I decided to go back and check if the security systems were on. Then I heard the sound of glass breaking.
Because my hand was holding the hammer.
Yeah,
to
you're
shatter
right.
the
We've
glass.
already. It's an inside job. This guy's the clerk. We
Very
know it.
suspicious.
Keep going. There's a lot. There's more. Yeah, you're right.
Heard the sound of breaking glass.
This whole cursed professor is a red herring. We've already solved this thing.
What's the two of them?
Two of them working together. All right, keep going.
Big money, big money. Okay, let's get that
No,
out
no.
of the way.
Heard
There's
the
more
sound of
about
breaking
this,
glass.
right? Yeah.
And then
I ran to the sound, and when I got there, I saw the thief climbing up the rope to the skylight. I yelled and raised the alarm over the radio, then headed up the rope, hoping to catch the thief red-handed.
That's why his DNA's on the rope.
Do you think this old professor could climb a rope up to a 30-foot
That guy looks
skylight?
brawny. He
Absolutely
could climb
not.
it.
He doesn't even
Yeah.
need to. It's, he
He
just
wears
put
a-
it in his
he wears
bag
a
and
bow
left.
tie. Come on.
I know.
I
You
know.
guys, they're lying to us.
There's more.
right.
More.
Yeah, it's three little doodads there. I had just started to climb the rope when the rope was cut, and I fell down, hit my head, and lost consciousness for a short time. The thief was long gone before the rest of the security team was able to react.
All right.
Who wasn't even there.
I know. It's nothing he told you is true. Let's
Okay,
let's do move that out of the way.
pass it to someone else.
Let's exit out of this guy and let's go look
to-
at the
go-
laptop.
Okay,
'Cause
you
we
wanna
have
just
the
go to the
password to the
lab?
laptop now. No, just right now we can just scan it again.
Yeah,
She
you
don't
don't have
need-
the- open it up for
the hacker.
Oh yeah,
Hacker.
You're right. I mean, well, I was thinking just scan it again because now that we have the password, it'll tell us more.
okay,
Let's
yeah,
check
go
it
for
out.
it.
We could also take
But
it
it
to the
may
hacker.
tell us
But you
to
can
take
do
it
that
to
right now. Go for it.
Let's
Eric
try it.
Klumery.
Which one was it?
Computer
devices. Browsing through the hard drive contents, you found a series of emails with different offers regarding the purchase of the jewel. Someone named Lilia Pickett, 53,
Dang, we're on it already.
really wanted to buy it from the museum.
She looks creepy.
Well, should we go right back and ask her?
I
who-
know, this woman's crazy. Why would she
She's-
let us see that?
I know. She didn't think we were that smart. She didn't believe that we were good
She didn't think
detectives.
we were
Should
smart
we
enough
ask
to
her?
look
So
at our
yes, you
emails.
go back to
All right.
her.
I got a snooty,
since we're already there,
snooty
let's
from
ask her.
her.
Of course, ask me anything. Yeah, you think so? Let's ask you about. I like this. The app actually says Amy Davis asked about Lilia Pickett, so it specifically tells you like what they're responding to.
Okay.
Yes, I know her. She has quite a reputation. Here at the museum, we call her the relentless treasure huntress, although she'd rather be called an antiquarian. All she really cares about is money and her customers.
So that
She's-
doesn't sound suspicious. She
she
emailed. She
said-
wanted to buy it.
It's also there's more. This is a good bit here.
There's
She sent offers to us to buy the jewel and some other objects, but as always,
Oh, well, she's involved with him, not with her.
oh, maybe you're right. She's too
Yeah, she's
too prissy and above board to be involved with
potentially,
this
but
stuff.
the thing
you're
is,
right.
this makes more sense that she got through to him.
As always, we refuse them. You can probably find her at the antique shop she owns in Notting Hill, location G.
Notting Hill.
Will the dead lady be there? So-
I hope they have a
we'll
cleanup crew.
probably put her here.
yeah, she's
All
right
right.
there.
Should we? Now we have 2 new locations to go
But we're
to.
still
Yeah.
there. I would say
well,
let's
wait, let's ask this
yeah,
guy about
yeah,
her.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Here, I'll scan him. Oh wait, we need to go back.
You have to say goodbye.
I said
think.
goodbye.
What do you
We'll go
need? My
talk
head
to-
hurts.
I'll let you do this. Talk to Sebastian again.
He's very helpful. He's ready to help. Okay, we're gonna ask about. Sorry, I can't help you. Maybe if you show me something you found in the scene.
Oh.
Well, the emails.
Oh well.
Should we ask
the
about the
computer?
emails?
Oh no, he already asked. Well, wait, but maybe now that we've done
No,
the
it was
computer,
it was already unlocked when we showed him. He just said it's
You're
her
right.
laptop.
But we hadn't.
But things have changed.
Yeah, we
right?
hadn't
We got
browsed
more
the
information
history yet. Let's try it.
All right. I think you're right. We should take it to the hacker and see if he can unlock any data on it.
Yeah. This belongs to Miss Davis. She was working here the day in order to get the exhibition ready on time. Same thing I said before. So. All right, so...
Okay, well, here, let's go to the hacker. This is one of our forensic contacts that can tell us stuff, and we'll take the
Computer. He
All
moves the
right.
thing as I move the cards away.
Oh, I gotta say goodbye to him. Okay, now we're going to see her.
A technological issue, it's my specialty.
Oh my goodness.
We're scanning the computer.
Stereotyper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
It's already unlocked. You could have done your research yourself. I really should give you a few tricks for next time. Anyway, let's see what's inside the laptop. In the inbox, I found that someone named Lilia Pickett, 53, sent offers to purchase the jewel. This sounds familiar.
Yeah.
A quick online search revealed that she's the owner of an antique shop in Notting Hill.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So we
Found that
wasted
out.
20
Yeah.
minutes. on
We don't
that.
know what we're doing.
Well, do we want to ask him about the
About the burglar alarm
Sure.
panel? I think so.
There is no trace of hacking and the system works fine. It looks like someone knew the code and disarmed the system within the required 20 seconds before the alarm would trigger.
Oh, that's good. At least
All
we
right.
confirmed
Okay.
that.
Goodbye, Eric.
Yeah, I think so.
So long, Eric.
Eric
How
Lyncher?
about,
I can look for fingerprints on the tools.
or DNA on the rope?
Definitely both of
The
those.
papers.
Papers also? Okay.
Take a trip.
Not
Let's go see
I.
the scientist.
Sorry,
Yeah, it's
I
not
am
you,
not
it's your-
that
We should also have the
person.
criminologist talk to maybe about him and him.
Sure.
Let's get some more. Let's get some more hard evidence.
So you said goodbye.
Yep.
Yes,
So I
go to the
just go to the
scientist.
scientist.
Chin.
Boop.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. You call the
you
forensic
call-
lab.
You call the forensic.
Lou Chin.
If you give me physical clue, I can analyze it. Dun,
How
dun.
about these papers?
Next.
These nasty letters we found.
Papers? The letters were written by hand. The writing is really hard to read. It looks like the author was under stress or in a hurry. They also know a lot of details about the museum. It's worth asking the personnel about that.
Okay.
All right.
The cords, the rope.
The rope.
Okay. I was thinking the tools maybe, but
Well, we're
you
going
may
to
not do
we're
that
gonna do
too.
everything that might have it.
okay. So next, it's a standard strong rope you can buy in any climbing and outdoor shop. It was cut on one end with the sharp tool.
He did say it was cut as he
Holds
was
up on the
climbing.
story.
It does add up. So.
So
The evidence is consistent with the interrogation
Did he
results.
cut it himself?
Oh, probably.
Bum,
What else
bum.
we're gonna ask
Yeah,
about?
my tools.
maybe I know.
Maybe there's fingerprints.
On the hammer.
I'm just
sure.
wondering why that we don't even look at DNA evidence on that rope if anybody else was on that rope. If
Yeah.
there was a guy climbing it.
Oh,
We found some fingerprints.
we got some stuff.
A quick cross analysis with the museum personnel database produced 2 records. The curator, Amy Davis, number 17,
Yeah, there you
and
go.
the security guard, number 48.
There you go. We might be back to her and him.
All in it together
No.
to sell.
Fingerprints from Mr. Cunningham.
Yeah. I think we might. Let's not even waste the time yet to go in to see this
Why would
guy.
a security guard touch a hammer?
Yeah, he doesn't need to
No.
touch any of that.
Nope.
Let's go ask
Why
them
would
about
she?
it. Why would she?
Why would she?
I could maybe she moved it or something. I don't know. I can see her touching it more than him. But definitely it seems suspicious that either one of them
Agreed.
touched it.
Should we? Do we want to discuss anything with the doctor or the criminologist, or should we go back to these people again? And
Should I
Criminologists
third
might
degree.
have something to say about.
them?
We could
Their
ask if he really got a bump on the
relationships.
head.
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing I would think to ask him about because there's no autopsy to be
He
performed.
claimed he was.
knocked out.
Yeah,
for
that he had a
20
bump on
minutes or
his head. He said
something.
he had a
Yeah, but doesn't he have to see the dude?
Yeah, I don't know if he's investigated the guy. Has he? Well, it is a medical issue. We could let's try it. Let's see if he has anything to say.
Goodbye, Lou Chin. Here, why don't you do that one?
Oh no.
We say
What-
goodbye. Okay.
What voice are you going to do for this dude?
Do you have a body for me to study?
I don't know if it's not really a body. It's a guy at the museum, so I don't know if we can do that.
Medically speaking, I can't say much about this.
Okay.
No, baby.
I was thinking because he's not.
He's
But
not.
I'm like-
there.
It does
His
say,
head
but it
was
says
clumped.
specifically medical issue.
Yeah. Well, then the criminologist should
Yeah.
talk to him.
To what? About what?
And her.
They're like
And maybe her, but we don't actually know anything about her.
The who, what, whys, the wise.
You know, it's possible that these people only analyze evidence. I don't know that they do analyze...
Human psychology and crime history.
All right, try it.
What does he say?
Who should I study for a psychological profile?
Oh, there you go.
He is a human psychology guy. That's what I was saying. Sebastian is loyal and dutiful. He takes his job seriously, but he tends to take a protective role with women and rarely says no to them.
Oh. Manipulative and blah, blah.
Amy is ambitious and devoted to her job. She recently took over the Department of Ancient Egypt and Sudan at the museum, which gave her a career boost. Unfortunately, the break-in could easily destroy all her efforts, and that makes her furious.
So why would she risk her job if she loves her job?
We don't know anything, but
No, we
they
don't.
can maybe look it up.
She
right?
could
She's on the
profile.
system.
I
Yes.
mean, we might as well ask him about everybody we know.
She is ruthless when it comes to doing business. She just wants to keep the antique shop going, and you have to be tough to survive on that
So
market.
maybe they were in cahoots.
Oh, yeah, this guy, too. The dead,
The
the
dead
old
guy?
dead guy.
Well, I mean, they were in cahoots.
That's what I said. I think that that's potentially the deal.
What is
Like that she got through to him, and he couldn't say no to her. He consistently seems to be on edge, sweaty palms and forehead, can't focus his eyes on a single thing. He's scared of something. His daughter, 11, might be able to handle him, help handle him.
interesting? A daughter.
Don't call me daughter. Should we check in on her? Do we need to?
Well, we don't know where she is yet, but we can still...
But he can look her up.
Okay,
I mean,
let's
I think
try
that's
the
part of-
dead guy
Yeah.
first.
Beep, boop, boop, beep, 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 beep. Unfortunately, I can't establish a profile on a dead person. Maybe our hacker or wow, hacker could check the background.
Interesting.
Well, the
Okay.
doctor, it says. The
Yeah,
doctor
check
could check
his
him
back.
out.
But he's been dead for a month.
maybe he
It's not-
exhumed them.
They're not all just hanging around the morgue.
We're quite a backlog
She
here.
is calm and
You
cares a
know.
lot about her father. She really wants the best for him. At the same time, she's not quite daddy's girl. She has her own secrets. Secrets.
Ooh, maybe she wanted the money.
Yeah, they could have been
Oh, right.
these two.
Right.
These two that did it that got that.
No, your guy says that the security guard is loyal. I don't know that he might...
But he
might not
can't
be.
say no to
women.
he doesn't
Yeah.
say. he
What
doesn't
did-
say
did
no
we
to
He's
ask
just
about-
a pawn of
did we
this
ask
guy.
about her?
Yeah, he said she just wants to keep the shop
Oh,
open
you're
and
right.
keep making
You're right.
money.
So
Yeah,
that's
to be
about
tough.
it.
So we should say goodbye, or do we?
Yeah,
wanna have him-
we've done everything here. Let's just decide which one of these places we're going to.
Okay.
Or do we want to ask the hacker or the doctor about?
I feel like
Edmund?
that's not
Okay. Huh.
critical information right now. Let's go to one of these places and find some evidence or interview somebody.
Go for it.
So let's go to this guy because we'll find out about the daughter from
Yeah.
him. So we're going to Lewisham where the cursed professor's apartment is. You find a small house between, it's now 12:05 on day one. A small house
brunch.
squeezed between two modern duplexes. A middle-aged man, 52, opens the door. Let's speak with him. Charles Cunningham. Yes? Is there anything I can help you with?
Does he seem edgy?
He
I'm just
didn't-
joking.
yeah. All right, what should we ask him about?
Sorry, sweaty.
The treasury thing?
Yeah, for sure.
I know
He's
that's
gonna
dangerous.
go nutso.
I told you the jewel was cursed. No one would listen to me. Now it's gone, and that's for the best. At least it won't hurt anyone else. That's right, the curse is real. The
my
jewel
goodness.
belonged to Queen Nitocris, who deceived and mercilessly killed her brother's murderers. The families of those killed by the queen called for vengeance even long after her reign ended. Her tomb was sealed with powerful spells to guard her eternal rest. That's why the jewel is cursed, and no one should even look for it. That goes for you too. Why would I seal it? To bring the curse upon me? Do you think I'm stupid?
What
That's great.
That was his. It varies. He's multicultural. So what should we ask him about next? Let's ask about the daughter. That's clear.
Oh, my beloved daughter.
Right.
Yep.
That's my beloved daughter. She canceled her Mont Blanc holiday in France when she heard I'd been fired. Such a nice girl.
Mont Blanc. She's into fancy pens.
I know. She takes a
Yeah.
whole holiday. That's all it said about her. Didn't have anywhere
Didn't
to
even
find
tell her
her.
That's
where
it?
she lived.
Maybe she
Thanks.
works at the antique shop.
Well,
Maybe
we
she's
definitely,
with
we
this
definitely
lady.
should ask him about her.
Oh, yeah, okay. Good idea. Asked about Lilia Pickett. She has some knowledge about antiques, but she mostly uses it to raise the price of the items she sells at her shop. Crazy lady. You can find her in Notting Hill, G.
Either of the museum staff.
Sure. Well, he's not going to like this lady because
No,
she
he's
fired
not.
him. Amy Davis! Amy Davis! That wicked witch would have done anything to humiliate me. I had to leave the museum because of her. She's ignorant and doesn't deserve to work at the museum. I just hate her.
Wow. Good thing they're not over the top or anything.
As Charles becomes furious about your questions, a young woman, 11, comes out and tries to calm him down. She suggests you speak with her instead. And then it just says goodbye, but we could ask him more questions.
We should ask her about these people.
Yeah, let's
What
do it.
about
All right.
his opinion of this
Now,
dude?
let's
No?
not rile
Okay.
him up anymore. All right,
Okay.
here, let's let Lincoln. Oops, I pressed the wrong thing. Oh, all right. Oh, good, it didn't. I like that it gives you a warning when you accidentally scan a place. Here you go. Here, you can have Elizabeth Cunningham.
You have to forgive my father. He's been on edge lately. He sounds exactly like Harvey. She sounds exactly like Harvey Marshall, the criminologist. Amazing. Please give him a moment. In the meantime, may I ask? Maybe I can answer your questions.
Yes.
Yes.
I know you will.
Her eyes turn into two hearts.
Sebastian, we sort of dated a while ago, but it's over now. We don't see each other anymore.
Curator.
Sort
Let's
of
go.
dated. He has a hard time saying no.
Let's run the gamut with the museum, and then we'll come over to...
Okay, ask
Crazy
the lady.
face.
Sure. Yeah.
My father lost his job because of her. He was forced to take an early retirement. Of course, my dad is a difficult person, but sometimes I wonder if she could have done this on purpose, maybe to take his old position for herself.
Career climber.
That was Elizabeth Cunningham asked about
She is
Amy Davis.
ambitious. Ask her about the letters. We'll see if she wrote them or if she knows if her dad wrote them or she
Yeah,
gives
my
us a
father,
hint.
he's kind of obsessed with this curse thing.
Oh, we should ask about the scarab.
Again, it's probably...
Probably the same kind of answer.
Yeah.
The jewel was stolen? My father will tell you it was the curse of the pharaohs. I just think it was a highly valuable for some rich collectors. Some people would do anything to get expensive items just so they can feel a bit better and go to Mont Blanc after selling them.
Let's ask about the 53.
Oh, wait, there's more.
Oh,
Ooh.
There is this middleman in town who deals in antiques. Harvey Griggs, number 49.
Oh.
You should ask him some questions. He can usually be found at an antique shop in Notting Hill. The same antique shop in Notting Hill.
they're in cahoots.
Oh,
look
he
at
looks
me,
real
this
shifty. Look at this guy.
dastardly.
Scar and missing
Scar
eye.
and-
Remember,
Cloud, yeah.
these characters can be good people and different things in everything.
Yes,
so they,
right.
Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, but he looks bad.
Well, these people look like lowlifes, I'm telling you.
well,
Are we
we're
gonna
probably
ask
done with
about her?
right?
Yeah, let's ask about her.
Okay.
Or him now
yeah,
that we
both
know.
too, yeah, no.
You can get more
She runs
info.
an antique shop in Notting Hill. Boom.
Detailed.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's him.
Yeah.
He is a shady collector. Boy, he's got a milky eye.
I said he's dastardly looking.
At least that's what my father says. He spends a lot of time in an antique shop in Notting Hill, which we already know.
I'm feeling good about
Notting Hill and checking in on those people.
the Cunningham daughter. I don't feel like
No,
she's
she doesn't
shifty.
seem very suspicious, no.
Really?
Except for the fact that
Not to me.
only the fact that she dated this
Dated
guy.
him.
Yeah.
Eh,
And she knows all about all this stuff.
But she didn't.
She
from her
absolutely could have
dad,
been.
her obsessed father.
He could have gone through.
He's a
She
nut.
could have. These two could have gone through her to get to him, to
Yep.
get this.
Yep.
Maybe because
Should we
she
ask
dated
her
him.
about anything else before we leave? Do we want to do anything else here in
I
Lewisham?
don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't either. Okay.
You show her the cords and
You can ask her about the
devices, and
rope.
she can go, hey, my hiking
I'm just
gear.
teasing.
Yeah.
Well,
It
she wasn't
seems
going to go
like
to
a
Mont
long-
Blanc, a mountain. It's a mountain climbing rope.
And neither of these people's fingerprints
Let's
were
do
on
it.
the-
Let's do it.
Okay,
I
and
was
see
really
if
just the rope.
joking.
See if
but-
she-
But you could be
I
on
mean, it's only 5 minutes. What if she goes, oh yeah, I would love to rope climb. I'm a mountain climber and I can climb a rope and I don't know anything about that.
I
But
was
just,
robbed.
You know, what? That took us from 12:55 to 13 o'clock. So it's a nice clean number now. It's better this way.
Okay.
13 o'clock,
okay.
eh?
Should we go? It is 13
Also
o'clock.
known
It's
as one.
afternoon.
Or 13 on.
Shall we go to
Notting
Hill.
Hill.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. You enter a shop full of antiques from different periods. You see a smiling woman, 53, and a man who is looking busy, 49.
Ooh, together.
Which one's first?
Dead lady. Right?
Okay, ask him about her.
Whoa. Harvey Griggs.
Harvey Griggs, I'm in a hurry. You can ask me 2 questions before I have to leave.
Oh, God.
Oh, well.
Oh, he's
hey,
limited us.
We are the authorities. You maybe don't want to take that tone with us.
I scare him for sure, yeah.
Yeah, you think so?
I don't know about the
I feel
daughter.
all right, that's a little direct.
Wait, we only got 2 questions.
I know we get 2 questions. Yeah, you're right. All right, here we go.
He's not very helpful.
You're probably right. It is too direct.
I guess it was priceless, and the British Museum staff is probably devastated now that it's lost, but that's none of my business. I look for items that are on the market, not for the ones that are missing or locked up in cultural institutions.
The bid's not involved.
Locked
I
up
doubt
in
it.
cultural
Yeah, so at the
institutions.
The daughter? That's our last question.
I know, it might be
What else can we do?
I don't know.
Security guard, the woman in the shop.
The dead guy collecting stuff? The woman in the shop? I mean, we're going to go talk to her.
Curator.
I don't know.
Yeah, they might have killed him.
How long has he
He's
been
old.
dead? A
He's
month?
a month.
Did he die of old age, or what did he die?
I don't think they said.
We
I
could
don't know.
ask Dr. Jeremy King.
I thought he said he didn't do anything on that.
No, he said you could ask
About dead bodies.
No.
Yeah. Or about the hacker, or the doctor could ask
We did.
about
I
that.
thought we did do that.
No, we didn't do it.
That was smart.
No, because he was buried in the ground. So, and
I
he
thought we tried
joked.
it
He said
already.
we
All
could exhume the body, but we didn't do it.
Maybe I wasn't joking.
I know.
The thing is you got to remember, they might have records on all these things. We should never assume.
Because it makes an ass out of you and me. Heyo!
But in other words, you should scan everybody. It's
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
If it's truly 5 minutes.
But we only got one question here.
All
We
right,
got to do that.
if we
I
only have one
understand
more
that. I'm
question
not
now,
talking. I'm just talking about.
what should
We
we
should have
do?
absolutely asked about the corpse
Well,
when we
you
had
can always go to the doctor. He's not like you don't have to travel to get to
Yeah,
him. It's
okay.
just an instant.
like a
question.
detective.
Right. There was a lot of traveling.
Yes.
we just call him up.
Several days of
Yeah.
stuff.
What are we going to ask him about? The daughter? The lady? The security guard?
I know.
You guys decide so much
not
is
good.
I
on
feel
the
like
line.
none of these items are really
No.
that.
I feel like that's
Waste of
valid.
time.
Yes, you're right there. Gotta pick
I mean,
a
the
person.
daughter did send us to him.
True.
So he does. They know of each other, hopefully.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I mean, that was our first instinct. Was the daughter.
You said it. Lincoln said it.
All
Let's
right.
go.
All right. Let's see.
I know you said you felt she was.
Harvey seems troubled. I don't know her. Harvey Griggs. Event. Harvey Griggs, 49. He explains that he's in a hurry and needs to leave right now. He'll be back in a few hours if you want to talk to him. He then leaves the antique shop.
He seems troubled.
So
He's gotta go dispose of the jewels.
he's got right, exactly. All right. Well, now he's gone, so
That
we
he's
should.
keeping in a
We've got no
secret place.
choice but to go talk to
Pulp Fiction stuff.
Lilia Pickett. I have the feeling that you are not here to buy antiques, are you?
You want me to do
Yeah, you
it?
got to keep doing that accent.
No.
That will not happen.
Oh man,
What do you want
I
me
don't know
to
what.
talk to her
Well,
about?
I guess everything doesn't hurt,
the
right?
scarab for sure.
Where is this?
It's down here.
I know. I'm trying to keep the
Yeah,
If you go fast enough, it
the
won't scan.
automatic scan thing.
It's pretty good though.
Hey, I always wondered how much. I'm sorry. I always wondered how much it would be worth on the market, just out of curiosity.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then she goes, I've heard this jewel remained hidden for so long because the curse would kill anyone who touches it. Not immediately, of course, but later, when you least expect it. There was an exclamation mark after that, so I should have said it a little more excitedly.
Okay.
Well, she's
She loves the antiques.
She's feeling passionate about them.
All right. Should we ask her about everything?
I think
She's not going to know about
I think
some
the
of stuff.
letters.
All right, sure.
Definitely not the other
Okay.
stuff though.
Next.
Oh, we should have asked Mr. Cunningham about them.
Sorry.
Security device.
Everybody said that they were from like a nervous hand, and
Yeah.
saying that
She just said, sorry,
security-
can't help you.
Yeah, she doesn't know anything about it.
Right.
The high tech device. is
Think
what-
the tools?
Move it
or we're just
towards
doing
so it's not on that.
everything.
you have to press next. She's not on the scanner yet. Okay, yeah.
Sorry, can't help you.
Curator or the guard?
What did we want to do here? The high tech devices?
Any of the people.
Okay, no, I think that I agree. The people are better.
And security guard is that the security guard with a stupid look on his face? Yep.
Wow, rude.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep, that's the one I never talked to.
And then I'd ask about the curator just to be.
I don't think I think it's the daughter with somebody.
There's something going on with the daughter and Harvey.
Yeah.
With that troubled.
She's a curator at the British Museum, but it seems she can't even keep an eye on her own exhibition. Poor thing. You see, my antiques never get lost. See the golden figurine. I have a special price for police officers.
This lady does just want to run her shop.
Sick burn.
And that was all she had to say about that.
And the daughter.
The daughter. We got to zero in on this daughter.
Yeah. All right. Oh, stuff.
Ooh.
Oh no.
No. Oh, you mean the daughter of crazy old Cunningham? 52. Yeah, I know her. She used to stop by my shop to ask for the price of some antiques.
See, that's
But
what I'm
I
telling you.
haven't seen her lately.
That's
And there's a
what about
lot
Mr.
more.
Cunningham?
There's more.
Okay,
There's
let's go.
Oh, there's more.
There's six
six.
pages to this one.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
All right. I think she was doing it for her father. He doesn't like me, and the feeling is mutual. So he was using his daughter as a messenger to access my knowledge. It seems the old man wasn't just interested in the scientific value of antiques, huh?
Huh.
You receive a phone call from Chief Officer Carter.
That's our boss back in
Right.
Scotland
Okay.
Yard.
something happened.
So our boss is calling us. We just been informed that a body was found in the docks, area P.
Okay. Oh, things are happening now. The docks.
Well, this guy just went and killed somebody.
Oh, he did have to
Oh,
leave.
you're right. We just left to go do it. Okay.
A bloke named Harvey Griggs, 49.
Oh, he's
Oh,
dead.
he's dead.
Oh, snap.
Wow. Wow.
I gotta go. I have to die.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in a big hurry.
Well, we didn't get enough
All
questions
right,
in.
next page.
Great. He won't be back hours later.
He was a collector with a recent interest in ancient art. This might be related to your current case.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
We just talked to him.
I mean, literally.
Find out who killed him and if there are any connections between the theft and the murderer. Then report to me. All right?
All right.
That was
Now-
the phone call.
Maybe the security guard
Now I
killed him.
think we can go back to the. Yeah, there we go. Things just got
That
interesting.
was it.
Harvey,
Okay, so
no.
We are-
Basically done here anyway.
I
This
think
was
so.
the last thing we were going to
Now
do.
we'll go. Now let's go here and we'll find evidence that the daughter killed him.
So we say goodbye.
Yeah, I don't think we have needed
Goodbye.
to talk to her about
Definitely need
anything.
to examine his
All
body.
right, go ahead.
There will. I think this may be a crime scene to go investigate.
So should we go here? Docklands?
Unless we want to go to the doctor and the criminologist to discuss anything, but I think the
I think we go
Docklands is
there and
pretty
then
good.
discuss with
the
them.
murder is hot.
The murder is hot. This is a hot murder.
Docklands?
Boom.
Come on.
As you
Docklands.
arrive at the address provided, you see the body of a man, 49, lying next to a car.
We didn't save him. If we just slowed him down, he would have.
The vehicle's lights are on and the engine is running.
Ooh.
The only witness is an old man living on the streets around the docks, 38. You can talk to him or investigate the scene.
Yee.
We should talk
Well,
to
we
him.
should do both.
Well, yes. Which one first?
I feel like we should investigate the scene and then talk to him, right? Because we might see something that we want to ask him about.
All right, let's do that. Let's try. Let's see. We're already. It's the scene is either the scene is the
No,
body.
but I think you hit above. There's a thing that says.
Oh,
a green
so
button.
thank you.
Yeah.
All right, search for clues.
Yep.
There's a. That means we can do this. All
We
right.
probably should have been searching for clues here too.
I don't think there was anything
Yeah, it's just
there.
people in a shop, right?
I don't. Maybe there was. All right, I'm doing the 40 seconds of
Without,
What do you see?
without
Of degrees.
the
I
glass.
see dead Harvey.
3, 2, 1. I see bricks, brick buildings, window, paint cans, or something on the ground. All right, I see the dead body. I see the scarab on the ground.
What?
I see a cell phone on the ground.
Oh.
It's a black sports car with an open door, a silver briefcase, beer bottles or some kind of wine bottles on the ground, construction at the port in the background. There's some graffiti on the brick walls. Yeah, the important parts are a silver briefcase, a cell phone. If I can... There's a bunch of gold, like gold coins maybe even. But it looked like the scarab itself is laying next to his body. Let's have one more person examine
I'll take a
the
look.
crime
I
scene.
have a lot of
There's
cards
not a lot
from
in
Nikki
there.
has not done this yet.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, I have a lot of cards right there. that
Great.
I
Oh,
think
good.
Work.
Here, let's.
And here's
Don't
mine.
put them on here yet.
Oh,
Keep
you
them
have
in front.
bottles? Okay, I'm taking tableware away. tableware.
I had bottles and cans.
Was there
and
any
stuff.
clothes?
Only on people.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't matter. I couldn't remember, and you have to hand your deck to somebody else when you're doing
I
that
forgot
stuff.
that I
No,
had
it's
it,
okay.
yeah.
It's just we should absolutely each.
Yep.
Here's your deck. I'll take Nikki's deck. Right. Where's the rest of your deck?
I got Nikki's.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So I just say yes.
Yep. Start looking and telling us
Okay.
if you see anything else.
The scarab, he was taking it somewhere.
Yeah, it looked
All
like
right.
he might have fallen out of that car.
Bricks.
Not that he
Cans.
was run
Those
over.
look like paint cans to me.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
maybe
hard to
they're
tell.
drums.
They,
More
Flammable
bricks,
objects.
a lot of
Paint.
dirt,
Okay.
and the suitcase, and there's a phone
are
on
there
the ground.
are
and
there
there's
tire
There's a
tracks
phone.
behind the
scarab.
car?
Yeah, there's a cell phone. There's tire tracks.
There are
There
tire
are
tracks?
tire tracks, footprints and
coins.
traces.
I see the guy. I see the car. It's like a construction area, like a port area. Let's see, what else do I see? That's really it.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
bare
broken
scene.
and it's a cloudy
Alright.
day and the car door's open and 5, 4, 3, 2, 0, done.
All right, I would suggest we call the medical examiner to ask about his.
Yeah, it's
Cause of
a
death.
corpse.
It doesn't appear like he got run over, right? You said he fell out.
It looks like he fell out of that speeding car to me. Because the driver door is open and
There's
he's
blood on
20
his
feet behind it.
clothes.
Yeah, let's do that. Do we have a fresh body?
Can we do?
No,
Do
we
you have a
could.
body for me to study?
These weren't them, but these were. He just said don't put them in there yet.
No, I was thinking
Bring me the body of Harvey Creek.
there was blood on his clothes. I didn't say that.
The victim was killed no longer than an hour before police arrived on the scene. A single 12mm round straight through the chest, definitely shot at close range, so the victim must have known the killer. He bled out quickly as the bullet tore through a major blood vessel. That's it. Do we want to ask about Edmund while we're with this?
Sure,
guy?
why not? Since we have the doctor right with us, I don't think it's going to matter.
He was buried a month ago, so I couldn't check the body myself, but I went through the hospital records and found that a Sir Hoxter had a long history of heart disease. He suffered 2 heart attacks in the last few years. Unfortunately, the third one was fatal. Everything points to the conclusion that he died of natural causes.
Not that surprising.
Goodbye.
So just scan some of these and it'll tell us whether to put them up on the board.
Footprints and traces, tracks. There's some heavy tire marks as if someone drove off in a hurry. But it does say you found a clue. You found a clue.
Well, we talked
How
to
do we
her and
find
then
out
she
if it's
went over
her
there.
car?
We'll look at the vehicle.
Nothing.
We have a vehicle.
Nothing here.
Well, no. It tells you. Did it tell you to put out the bullet?
It said that there was some sort of a bullet.
Said there was a single 12, but it didn't.
It would
didn't
tell
say
you
the
okay,
car.
a special card.
Okay. I know my deck has nothing.
No,
happening.
yeah, your deck is.
This is an expensive car. Could it belong to the victim? You found a clue. Jewelry? Do we see jewelry?
It looked like there might have been gold coins.
It's
on
the
the
jewel
ground.
of Queen Nitocris. You have found the stolen jewel. Refer to number 5 for analysis during interrogation. So if we need to ask somebody else about it.
Yeah, so it's saying
this is
that.
not a we found.
In
a
case you
clue.
didn't recognize
is
that was the
clue,
scarab. Yeah.
When you pick it up, it feels strangely light. Further inspection reveals a small hidden compartment,
There was
but it's
something
empty.
inside it. That's what they really
We
wanted.
need further analysis. We definitely should
Uh-huh.
have someone check that out. The bottles. A bunch of empty bottles. A few of them are broken. Could that be the murder weapon? Let's
This
say it's a
not-
clue, but
this
we
was
know.
not-
It's not. It just said refer to this.
Yeah. So that's it. Could it be? But we know he died of a bullet. Liquids. Nothing here.
Phone.
Communication device. The phone is still working. You found a clue. And trash. Nothing in this category.
Didn't think so.
Okay.
Just worth a shot. All right, let's talk to the old man.
Yep.
What he saw. It was a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Chad Murray. The smell of alcohol fills the air as you get close to the
Yeah.
man.
Party time.
Boy, what just happened here? I could have died.
Man.
All right, what do we want to ask him about?
This guy,
Harvey.
the murder victim.
Yeah, I've seen this man here before. He usually parks in some remote spot on the docks and meets with other blokes. But who? I don't know. But I know better than to stick me nose in other people's business. It does say hick. So nice. Today I heard a gunshot and I ran there to see what had happened, but it was too late. Man was dying in his own blood, and the other one was now shooting at me like crazy, so I ran again. And that's it. The shooter drove off with his car. How did he look? I didn't see clearly, you know. Me vision was blurred. All right, we're asking about who
Well,
next?
he said he, so
Did
let's
he
not
say
ask him.
he?
Yeah.
Specifically, he?
Could be the man I saw, yes. Not sure.
It's not real. Not a big help.
No.
Could be the man I saw, yeah. Not sure. Let's go ahead and ask about
Let's try the dead guy. Let's try the dead guy and see if he says could be the man I saw.
Why?
Because it's really funny if he does.
Nope, I haven't seen anything like that around here. I'm going to ask about the dog.
Okay, might as well.
Maybe you thought it was a guy with one.
Maybe.
I can't help you, see. Not many people actually talk to me. All right, we got to ask about something else.
let's-
The scarab? The phone?
Well, we definitely need to take the phone to our hacker friend.
Yeah.
Yes, that's.
That's gonna
seems like-
close
Well,
this
he
case.
might have stole the thing out
Oh,
of that.
sure. Let's see if he saw
yeah.
the person open it and run
Yeah,
away.
Good point.
His vision's bad though.
Nope, I haven't seen anything like that around here. It was right on the ground. He didn't see
It's
he's
literally
definitely a
sitting
drunk.
right there. Yeah.
I think we've gotten all the
I think we
useful
probably have.
information. I'm saying goodbye to Chad. Chad.
So, I think hacker guy, maybe if we take this to her, she might
Yeah,
be able to
let's do the criminologist as well to look at things.
fingerprints.
Okay.
I don't know, but the hacker definitely.
Let's
for
try
phone, right?
yeah,
Sure.
the phone is our big lead right now. A technological issue, it's my speciality. Communication devices. Give me this cell phone data. It belonged to Avi Griggs. I can track a couple of recent phone calls to an address in Chelsea called Hawkster Manor.
Harkster.
F.
Oh, that was his
Yeah.
house.
His place.
Bum, bum, bum.
Wait, there's more. Wait, there's more. What's also interesting is that the GPS shows that several times he's been near a certain house in Lewisham.
Yeah.
It can't be a
What?
coincidence.
What?
Next. All right, I think that was all we needed from him. You want to do the criminologist?
Sure. What are we going to do again? We're going to look at this deal here.
Yeah, I guess to see if or we could do the scientist with that one too.
Basically, it says human psychology and crime
Definitely,
and crime
further
history.
analysis is
This may be
involved. I would
worthless
say it would
here.
be
We want
This
a
may be
scientist
worthless.
for that.
Definitely for.
Maybe.
Well, let's just have it. We've already.
Oh,
You can't say
entered
no.
it?
Yeah. Someone skilled in ancient language might be able to decipher the hieroglyphics. Okay.
Okay.
Someone skilled in, but I don't know if the
Which
the
I
scientist.
that would be
Yes,
like
you
the
But we
Scientist
want
is it.
we want the
Scientist
scientist
is-
check just in case there might be fingerprints on it.
or a trace of what was
Yeah,
inside.
exactly.
Yeah.
The cocaine.
Physical evidence. That'd be a,
Ancient
that'd be a
scarabs
lot
are
of-
always used as
So
It has to be
You-
more valuable than a small amount of
I know.
cocaine.
Yeah. How do you know how much?
Yeah.
it was ancient Egyptian
Maybe it's
cocaine.
ancient. Yeah, it's the good stuff from back then.
It's poorly processed. I'm sure.
Gonna try. Let's
Okay,
try.
goodbye.
Hieroglyphics.
goodbye for-
Get it? Ew.
Oh.
Goodbye to
Yes. Goodbye
the
to the criminologist.
criminologist.
Goodbye.
Then we go to.
Luchin.
Luchin.
Okay, I'm calling the forensic lab. And next, and.
Check out our scarab.
Okay. Well done, you found the stolen artifact. It's definitely the ancient jeweled scarab that belonged to the hucksters and then the museum. You and anyone before you have also discovered a hidden compartment in the jewel, but there is a second one which is untouched. Dun, dun, dun. Inside are 2 old papers, one in English and one with hieroglyphs.
Ooh.
The English document includes the emblems of the Hoxter family on it.
Wow.
The paper is quite old, maybe 100 years old, more or less. It reads as follows. The true heritage is in the old place.
What does that mean?
I don't know. As for the hieroglyphs, I can't decipher them, but keep those if it can help. And then it says to pull card 10.
From the special items deck.
Yeah, how can we have her look at the weapons? Remember the shell that we found? How does that work?
It would tell us if we were supposed to pull.
I know,
it.
but did we pull a weapon at any point? Did we?
No, we haven't found a gun.
No.
But we saw shells though.
We saw,
We saw the guy was
bullet.
killed by a bullet.
Yeah, the bullet was in
okay.
his body.
He was killed. He was shot. That's all we have.
So these are our new papers, found papers. Should we
Do we
have
scan
her?
her? Do we have her scan it?
No. We should take it to the lady at the museum.
She can't read
Oh,
the
the hieroglyphs.
hieroglyphs.
Should we have her check
so-
out the vehicle? We already know it belonged to Harvey. Maybe it's not important. Okay, maybe that's not important.
Yeah, I don't know if it's that
She's
important.
fingerprints and,
She's fingerprints
Was this
and DNA.
nothing?
Basically.
This
That
was just
that-
junk.
It said to put it out there.
It did
'cause
say you
was,
found a clue, but it was like
Oh, then,
maybe
yeah.
broken glass was the murder one?
Right,
That was
it's
before
kind of like a dead
didn't
end
know we'd already
right.
investigated the body.
So do it.
Sure,
car?
just
I
mean,
just
Sure, it's only 5 minutes, but
for
I doubt
to
it's
be
relevant.
clear or
Yeah.
concise. What's the word I'm looking for?
Complete.
Complete. There's a word. Thorough.
That's
Just
that's
says
the word that
you
detectives
found-
should
you-
know.
You
It just
found
says
a
you
clue.
found a clue.
That's all that does,
Yeah.
right?
I think.
Wait, no. What's that say? Oh no, keep going. You didn't scan it. That says special item 10 secret message.
I think this is gonna be
Here we go.
worthless.
Yeah.
Traces of alcohol. Many fingerprints, but none of them belong to the victim.
Trash.
So it's
Vehicle?
it's Chad's bottle.
Probably Chad.
Yeah.
The vehicles.
I think.
Okay.
Man, while we're there, be thorough.
She might be able to read the blood spatter and stuff.
The tracks.
The fingerprints are Harvey Griggs, 49, are everywhere. He drove this car, that's for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
That was
I
it.
think we're played out.
Goodbye?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, there's blood, isn't there? I guess it would just be his.
It's just his.
Because there's
You're-
DNA and stuff in here too.
It just isn't
Yeah.
important to this case.
Yeah.
The app would tell
But
us.
like
if
the
to-
weapon would be important.
But we haven't found the weapon.
It's just not
Yeah.
written into this case. You're trying to make it something that it's not.
We don't have the.
I understand that. But to me, it's like they mention it, we see it or something like that, I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you're right, it could be nothing.
All right, we're taking the papers to the curator.
Or, I mean, if we think it's important, do we think it's important to know that? Clearly, we're going to be ending up here at the.
Yeah, I think
the
it's important to know
Hawkins
what they
estate.
say.
Okay, well, let's go talk to her.
And then we could. Is there anything we would want to ask the guard while we're there?
I don't think there's anything.
Maybe if he knew this guy.
Yeah,
we haven't asked him about that guy.
Who told us about Harvey?
The daughter
Okay,
did.
yeah, you're right.
So he might know. Oh yeah, this
But
guy's
what's
a
the,
criminal
what was the
scumbag.
deal with this was evidence, from his, so maybe
He
he had it
died-
for decades.
Yes.
It's his family.
Yeah.
So there, we
And
might
he
even
died
meet,
of natural
we might even
causes.
meet a new person in his family
Yeah.
that's been
When we go to
arranging
the
for the
mansion, I
sales.
bet
Yeah.
we will.
Okay,
So yeah, we got a question for both of these people,
Yeah.
I suppose.
okay.
Let's go.
You have to go to that location, here you go.
Bloomsbury.
We're doing a lot of traveling.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about
I know,
all
it
that.
seems like we're taking a lot of time. A member of the staff leads you to the burgled exhibition hall where you meet Amy Davis, the curator. You can investigate the crime scene or start interrogating her. Let's speak to her one more time.
Okay.
Of course, ask me anything. What are we going to ask her about? Oh, yeah.
The papers.
The papers. Wow, these are interesting findings. Could the true heritage be the lost treasure of the Hawksters? An old story says that Lord Hawkster's ancestor brought back many more things from the colonies and hid them because it was not really legal to do so, you see. I don't know, the old place could be some land or place that belonged to the family. Maybe you should ask the family at the manor. F.
Yeah.
However, I can tell you about the hieroglyphs. These signs are rather simple. They translate into under the stone hawk. Again, is this connected with the Hawksters? Maybe that'll tell us where the hidden thing is.
Yeah, we should definitely. I mean, we'd need to show her we got the scare.
Well, she might just be like, thanks, you got my thing back. We didn't get a chance to do proper research into the items from the Hawksters collection. If it hadn't been stolen, we would have found out that there was a message. Let me see, I can decipher it from you. It assumes that you're going to go that one and then the message.
Okay.
Do we want to say goodbye and ask the security guard about
Harvey.
Harvey?
Yeah.
Sebastian Hill, British Museum Security. I got it.
Okay.
I never talked to him. Maybe Mrs. Davis would know something about him.
We don't know each other.
Mrs. Davis, do you know this Harvey Griggs fellow? Dead? Maybe the curse was real after all.
Oh, come on.
I know this man was a former thief. That's all she says.
What about Chad? Oh, I'm just kidding.
Should we speak to the criminologist then about this?
About that guy? Sure.
Now that he's dead.
Well, how are we doing on time here?
It just tells you what time it is. You don't
It's
really
5
know.
o'clock.
Yeah, we spent a whole day here.
You've called the criminology center.
So we've
Yeah,
spent
we've
8 hours.
blown a lot of time
Yeah.
on this for sure, I think.
It's a murder. It's
Hey.
going to take some time.
Harvey Griggs spent a few years in prison for robbery after organizing one of the most ambitious thefts of painting in history. It was one of the police chief's first cases, number 39. Back when he was just an inspector, Griggs paid his debt to society and was successful at becoming an art dealer, a tough one who just gets things done no matter what the cost.
Oh, it seems like we'd want to ask the chief.
We could ask the
Harvey,
chief about
but
it.
then we have to travel to
Then we have to
Scotland Yard.
travel back to Scotland Yard, yeah.
I mean, it feels
we're still technically here at the Docklands. We haven't...
No,
Oh, no, we went to the
we're
museum.
at
We went to the
the
I
museum.
feel like we need to. I feel like we need to ask the chief. I don't. I
We
don't
need
feel
to
like
go
it's-
here.
I feel like we need to...
I think we need to
get
end up
the
there,
end
but
of
I would
the
We
case.
can ask the chief at the end. We have to go back to
Alright.
give the report anyway.
I think, let's go. We're going to go find the thing here.
Here, you can go do it.
Let's go.
Just say
Let's go to
goodbye
the
to Harvey.
manor.
Goodbye. Eleonora Howells, 22, Lord Hoxter's daughter, and her husband Nicholas, 46, greet you when you arrive at the
22,
manor.
27, and 46.
27 is the dead guy.
Oh, okay.
Edmund. So we got Eleonora and her husband Nicholas.
Okay.
Quite a couple.
All right, so we're here. Scan location, characters, or clues. Do we want to look around the location?
Let's talk to the people first. That's more polite.
What do we want to
Yeah.
start with?
The girl is his daughter, so let's talk to them.
Eleonora?
Sure.
The woman tries to avoid eye contact and asks you to only talk with her husband. Ooh. She is definitely
They
shifty.
did it.
No, he's a controlling criminal. He's got her all like scared.
May I know the reason for your visit? Well, we gotta scan something now. What do you want to ask him about?
I think they didn't like that going out of
Harv?
the family.
This?
Definitely.
Sure, or one of these two key things.
Sorry, I'm unable to decipher your cryptic message. The stolen jewel. If only the old man hadn't given everything to the museum. I guess it would have never happened. All right,
Harvey.
When the news about the collection got out, lots of different people were asking whether there are other things we could sell. He was one of them. Some shady antique broker I didn't want to speak with. There's more. Dead? He probably messed with someone who was way above him. That's my opinion, of course. Still, the man is dead and he certainly shouldn't have ended up like this.
So nothing there then.
Is there a look
We
around?
can look around, I think.
Let's ask him about the daughter.
Oh, sure.
That's my wife. Please do not bother her. She's been crushed by the recent passing of her father and still hasn't recovered.
What about these people?
Daughter for sure. I believe we haven't met. Mr. Cunningham?
Sure.
Cunningham was a former museum employee, from what I know. He was talking nonsense about some cursed jewel and how our family was also under its influence. I told him not to bother us anymore. Could you please do something about it? I called the police, but I was told there wasn't enough to consider it harassment. He lives in Lewisham, which we know.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
Shouldn't we look around?
Yeah, before we stop talking to him, he means.
Okay.
Anything else?
I
Not
don't
that
think
can
so.
I mean, it
think
really
you're right.
seems like that it's a...
He's very straightforward. Okay, I'm going to check out the location.
It'll just tell you that you're already there.
You've already found this place. Stay focused, detective.
If,
Okay,
if
so
you can
there's
search it, there's a search right
Okay.
above the thing.
All right.
Nothing?
Doesn't look like it.
Huh.
To progress, scan locations, characters, or clues. We didn't
Scotland
find
Yard?
anything there.
No.
Scotland Yard to talk to the boss.
Yeah.
We're
Where
kind of
else?
like at an end. This was the big excitement.
That was the big excitement. Then maybe should we ask him about the security guard to see if they know him?
Sure. While we're there.
Before we leave, before we
Yes.
run all the way back to
And her, might as
Scotland
well.
Yard. Yeah, you might as well.
Wait, is he... Am I still in the...
You have to go back
talk
into
to
him.
him again.
Oh, you let him go? You said goodbye?
Well, we thought we were going to
Yeah,
be able to
we thought we were
search.
May I know the reason for your visit? Well, it's the same as what we were... I believe we haven't met. Curator? Yeah. Our contacts were limited to the legal proceedings related to the donation of Sir Hoxter's collection. Nothing else, really. What about that crazy lady?
He did kind of just say, I never talked to her, but I don't know if he'll give us
I believe
any.
we haven't met. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
everybody...
this is a dead end.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think it
look
is.
around.
I just don't think we've got the right info yet. Maybe we do
Papers?
have to go talk
Well,
to
we have to find that hawk
papers.
thing. whatever's underneath the
Yeah, I'm
hawk.
surprised we can't
We
look
haven't asked
around.
about
So
the
I'm
papers.
surprised
We asked
we
about
can't look
these that he
around
couldn't
their
read, but
place.
these
Right.
are in English.
All right. I mean, those are just the threatening letters that somebody wrote. But we
Funny you should ask about that because we received similar anonymous letters. Then their author arrived in person. His name is Charles Cunningham. This Cunningham was a former museum employee, from what I know. He was talking nonsense about some cursed jewel and how our family was also under its influence. I told him not to bother us anymore. Could you please do something about it? Et cetera, et cetera. It's the same info we learned before, but we now know he wrote these papers. Didn't he say he didn't write?
I
Did
don't
we
know
know
if
that he
he-
wrote?
The daughter said that he wrote them.
She
We
did,
also
okay.
know about the secret compartments, so maybe we should go back and talk to them about what could have been inside the
And the fact that Harvey's
The
dead
scarab.
to
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
All right.
just
Should we
need
go
to
there,
find
or
the-
should
I
we go back to Scotland Yard?
I feel like you have the good instinct with talking to them.
All right. Yeah.
the hawk?
Yeah, I don't. We're
We
not
don't,
allowed
we don't
to
know
look
where
around. So if,
yeah, we don't know where it is.
Remember, we didn't look around there. I don't know if it was an option, but we had kind of
Yeah, I know.
we talked to people and did not look around
I
there.
know.
I don't think.
Oh,
it
we could have
was.
asked about the dad, but we didn't.
Nah, they're
We're
just
still
gonna
there?
say it was my dad.
We are still there.
Let's ask him real quick.
All right. May I know the reason for your visit? He's dead. He was my father-in-law. Edmund was a wonderful man, and we all miss him. We still haven't gotten over his passing. My wife, Eleonora, it's been hard for her to bear. Now it's my duty to take even greater care of the family and the estate. The end.
All right.
All right. Here,
Off to Lewisham.
Lewisham. You arrive at the Cunninghams again. Daughter or the letter writer? Daughter. Let's tell her friend is dead.
Yeah.
Elizabeth's hair is a mess, and she has dark circles under her
Oh.
eyes. I'm sorry, I just got out of bed. What do you need?
Bad.
What?
Oh, it's 6:30 at night. We've taken all day with this. I don't
But
know.
she's in bed at 6:30 at night.
Yeah.
Dead? Why would I know who could have done it? As I said, he gave the impression of someone who was involved in not so legal stuff. That's all. That's all she claims to know. Let's ask her about this and see if she knows about secret compartments. The jewel was stolen. My father will tell you it was the curse of the pharaohs. I think this is the same thing as before.
Yeah.
I think it was just highly valuable for some rich collectors. Some people would do anything to get expensive items just so they can get a little. And then she tells you about Harvey Griggs and the antique shop. Anything else?
We didn't look around. Now that he's dead and all this stuff, it's kind of a drag. I don't know if we missed it or whatever, that button.
Look around.
Where?
At the
Here?
antique shop. It may be pointless. I don't know. Maybe we talk to the boss. He might tie this all together. Because it seems like we're kind of like...
Let's ask her about these.
Wait,
just to
okay,
be
you know what? Hang
complete.
on. We can go in the history all the way back and see if there was something there.
Will it let you see the app, the picture
I
of
think
the app?
so.
Yeah, we'll let you see if there was a place to search.
That's the Cunningham. Oh, maybe it won't. Maybe it'll just take you right to the...
Conversation.
Yeah, it just takes you right to the antique shop. It doesn't show you if there was a look around option.
Well, so okay. So,
Well, so the dude's dead.
Yes.
We can go talk to her. It's a reason to stop there and check to
Oh,
see
sure.
what, you know what
Sure,
I'm saying?
sure.
It absolutely has bearing now. We might as well do it before heading back
but
to
before we
the
leave her,
Scotland.
let's ask her about the papers we found inside. Just because they hint to more hidden treasures,
Okay.
and maybe she'll say
And
something. about
do we want to talk to him at all or no?
It's up to you guys.
I guess I still feel like it couldn't hurt. I mean, all right.
Well, he freaks out
She
about
doesn't know
everything.
anything about that.
it. Okay. Yeah, we should ask him about the scarab and the papers as well.
Should we ask her about the cell phone that he made calls from and tracked to?
Well, it was his phone,
Yeah.
But the calls were to here.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were.
Yeah.
so I don't think she's gonna know.
And these guys haven't responded to that.
No, they're real.
And he
we should have
said-
asked them about the cell phone because he called there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one connection we
Ah,
had.
dang
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
We need notepads.
We're not very good detectives.
Let's go
That's
back
all right.
there and do it before
All right,
we
let's
leave.
do it. All right. We'll go back to the manor. Talk to
Communication.
the husband. Yeah. Hey, what about this phone we found, buddy? Harvey Griggs kept bothering us with his calls. He wanted to know if we had anything else to sell. We do not. That's it.
okay.
Suspicious.
Well, it's basically the same dead end.
So
Go back to the shop.
the antique shop.
Point out that Harvey's dead. So she go, oh
You
my
enter a
God.
shop full of antiques. Yes,
Okay.
there's nothing. Well, at least now there's not.
Yeah.
And we want to ask her. I have the feeling that you are not here to buy antiques, are you? We are here to ask about Harvey. Dead? Huh. Maybe someone didn't like some modern art piece Harvey delivered. Ha ha! What, too soon?
Oh, wow. He's not even cold yet.
I'm not sure how I could help you. Did you check his phone? It was glued to his face all the time.
Yes, we did.
So even she's leading us back to the
Did
phone
we have the
and
hacker
manor.
get on there? No,
Yes.
he did. He just.
That's
he
how
was
we
on
got the
phone
GPS
calls,
and
yeah.
everything, yeah. Should we ask her about anything else? What else do we have?
I mean,
can't
only the
agree on-
scarab or the paper
The
from
scarab.
the
How she might know about the compartments. So it's back on the market, right? Do you know if they want to sell it now? By the way, I heard Harvey talking about an old place. He said it was some kind of ruined estate in Greenwich. Location M. Dun dun dun.
The thought plickens.
Well,
All right.
should we?
All right,
Do we ever look at this
Sure, let's
document?
have her look. She might know
'Cause
the
that's the
ancient
hieroglyphics,
hieroglyphs. But we already know what they said because
I know, but yeah, it's true.
I heard Harvey. It also leads you to the old place. I heard Harvey talking about an old place. He said it was some kind of ruined estate
Okay,
in
well, we
Greenwich.
should be doing that.
And the best person to decipher those hieroglyphs would be a historian from the museum, not
Curator
me.
got us.
I only sell that stuff, you know.
Okay. Might as well go there since we're not going back to.
Here we go. Are you sure you want to exit interrogation mode and move to the estate in ruins, location M? Yes, I am.
Yes.
You arrive at the ruins of an old noble estate. At first, it looks like the place is abandoned and desolate. A few holes have been dug here and there. You see a group of children playing with a shovel. When they notice you, they run away. A little girl, card 14, is the only one who is brave enough to stay and face you. She looks like she is about 8 years old. The girl walks towards you and gives you a fierce look, waiting for your reaction. You're from the police, right? Mum doesn't like me speaking with strangers, but she didn't say anything about policemen. We were just playing pirates. And digging a hole to find a treasure with this shovel we found. But we weren't the only ones digging those other holes. All right, what do we want to ask her about?
Ask her about this dude.
If she's ever seen that guy digging a
Yeah.
hole, good idea. That's the spooky man. We saw him this morning. He was looking for something. Hey, maybe he was looking for the pirate's treasure. We hid, but he heard us, so we had to run away. That was so much fun.
I don't.
Well, it describes the old stone hawk or whatever, doesn't it? Isn't that where we got this information from?
Yes. Of course I know where the Hawkstone is. It's nearby. Do you have something to dig, like the shovel man?
No, our hands.
I'm not sure what that means. So
Oh,
we're supposed to have... Wait, is there a shovel in there? The shovel was in bold, but it didn't give me a card number. It said a shovel.
I don't remember seeing a
in
shovel
bold.
before. There's DIY tool.
Yeah, I
Does
mean,
not show that.
I have one of these is garden.
yeah, but we haven't collected any.
Can you look around?
Oh yeah, does it have a
Let's
search?
say goodbye to her for a second. No, it just says scan
Okay.
locations,
That's
characters,
kind of
and
a bummer.
clues. Let's see. What else can we ask her about? Well, let's ask her about the scarab.
We have a hammer.
The treasure? We knew there was a treasure, but do you know where it is?
I just showed it to you. Oh no.
I just told you it
How
was.
do we tell her to take us to the hawk?
It sounds like we need a shovel, but
DIY tools.
Try it.
that doesn't make a lot of sense.
We'll break that.
I agree.
I guess I don't know. What else should we? What's gonna tell?
To get
We
to,
showed her
for
the treasure.
to take us to the hawk
Right.
stone or whatever.
We showed her the treasure.
We showed her the two key items, basically. Let's. I don't know. The security guard. Maybe he. Can, nah, Mum wouldn't want me to speak with someone like that.
The girl.
Sure.
Has bags under her eyes. Hasn't been sleeping.
Nah, Mum wouldn't want me to speak with someone like that.
And not the dad.
Nah, Mum wouldn't want me to speak with someone like that.
Bottle?
How about this? This
Oh,
guy,
yeah.
the rich guy? That's the shovel man.
Shovel man.
He came here not so long ago. Took that shovel, card 9,
Yay!
from his car.
Mystery clue.
Wait, maybe is it? No, it's actually evidence card 9. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, which is probably this. No, that's 29. What's card 9 on the evidence, you guys? It's garden tools, I bet. You said you had garden
I
tools.
did, but it's not in my thing
I got the deck.
anymore.
Okay. So
number 9?
it's telling us to take card 9 and put it there.
Oh, see, I
Took
have
that
it.
shovel from his car and went looking for something in a hurry, but he didn't find anything. When he heard us, he jumped and ran away so fast he forgot his shovel. What else?
Free shovel.
Oh, he had gloves. Maybe he didn't want to get dirty. I guess we'll ask her where that shovel is. Of course you can have it. It's not really ours. It's the shovel man what left it. He was looking for something, but then he went mad, just threw it away and drove off. You found a clue, gardening tools shovel.
Yay.
All right. I guess we can,
Forensic lab.
I bet we could just use it. I'm exiting the conversation with her and seeing if we can just scan this.
To go dig.
You split up to search around the estate, and you soon find something that could be the stone hawk.
Yay.
One of the few surviving walls displays the hawkster's crest. You start to dig, hoping this is the location the cryptic message was pointing to. You keep digging a deeper and deeper hole, and just as you're about to give up, ka-thunk, the shovel hits something hard. Among the dirt and rotten wood, you see shiny golden coins and jewelry. You found the long-lost treasure of the Hawkster family.
We're rich.
If you think you are ready, report your findings to Scotland Yard.
Well,
And now,
Well, didn't we see gold coins at the murder scene?
it
Yes.
seemed like it did. But so that was probably just the few that they dropped while they were opening the main compartment of the massive treasure. So I suppose we want to go back to Scotland Yard.
Okay,
now, right?
but let's talk about this. So
It's just going to ask us a few simple questions
Right.
at the end.
But so are we starting to think the daughter now was not involved?
It doesn't seem like she is. I mean, this guy's the main culprit, right?
Yeah.
Because he was
And
sitting
he
there.
killed this guy and then went and buried the treasure at the place.
So who sold the scarab from the museum?
Well, it ended up in his possession.
Yes.
That's a good question. I don't know
But
who
why
stole
did he
the
kill him
scarab.
and not take the scarab?
Because the scarab is not what's important to him. It's the gold
It was
coins
the
and
clues
what's inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then there was a secret compartment inside that scarab that we don't know what it held.
Yeah, we
no,
do.
that was where we got
There
the
were two
hieroglyphics.
compartments.
No,
the
that's where we
second
got
one
the
had the
hieroglyphics.
hieroglyphics.
Right, but the first compartment was already open and empty.
That was just gold
Okay.
coins and treasure.
All right.
So
Okay.
but we don't really know how it got out of the museum, do
No,
we?
we don't.
Well, they had fingerprints on it, but it doesn't necessarily have to have been the hammer that broke it, right?
But no, it doesn't. But there was no other way. I mean, we can't just leap to assuming that Harvey or this guy broke into the museum on their own.
Yeah.
I think there's something we didn't quite. You want to
Yeah,
go talk to him?
we still got to talk to
have
him.
not
we
talked
have
to
to
him.
talk
All
to
right.
him about
We have to talk
this
to him.
guy
All right.
as
This
a
is how this
We
thief.
got to get there anyway.
All right, let's do it. You're at Scotland Yard. You can speak with the police chief or give your final report. Let's speak with the police chief. Do you need any help? You want to do this one? Talk
Go
to
for
him. All right. We're going to talk to him about Harvey. Yes, I knew Harvey. I arrested him back in the day. He was a clever thief, never leaving any trace, but he underestimated me. I've been told that he's clean now, but I have my doubts. That's it. You want to ask? Might as well. While we've got him, I suppose ask him about that guy. Yes, I suppose I could call him to Scotland Yard, but I can't keep him here any longer than 2 hours. So whatever you plan to do. Oh, he could call him to Scotland Yard, and then we could go talk to the wife.
Oh.
So
she's
whatever you
afraid
plan
of
to
him,
do,
yeah.
you'll have to be quick. The chief officer calls Howells and politely asks him to come over. He agrees. There, it's done.
So
Okay,
we're
let's
just
go.
going to run over there? And
Just going to run over there and see if she admits to any
It
other
does take
crimes.
20 minutes, so he should still be there, right?
I suppose it's worth a shot.
Absolutely. So we need to move him.
Yeah,
to
he is
here.
technically at Scotland
He
Yard.
is here now.
All right, we're going to Hawkster Manor. You arrive at the manor again and are quickly greeted by Eleonora Howells alone. Her husband, Nicholas, is nowhere to be seen.
Yay.
Interesting. Yes, I guess there's no harm in talking to you, right? All right. What's first? Anything?
The scarab.
The dude.
The scarab. For my father, it's always been a symbol of our family origins. Did you know that the estate was originally in Greenwich, M? So that would have been a way we could have found out about that. He used to call it the old place. The collection used to be there, but the estate was falling into ruins and my ancestors had to move here. My father used to tell me stories about Grandpa hiding the treasure and about the Egyptian curse. I believed them. So this is just another route
Let's
to
follow up
basically
on the
finding
paper.
out
A route to get
what
to
we
Greenwich
knew.
again.
The old place is the ruined estate in Greenwich. The true heritage. Could it really be the treasure my father used to tell stories about? I always believed that the stories were made up, just like the curse. I don't know anything about Egyptian writing. Harvey?
So when we found that treasure, it didn't have us take anything.
No.
We just left it there.
It basically said you've reached the end of the case.
Yeah.
He works as an art hunter and seeks out deals for wealthy people. He's acquainted with my husband and they talk from time to time. I don't like this man. He is appalling.
There you go.
So ask about the shovel, just for
Okay,
giggles.
sure. I'm afraid I can't help you with that. I'm sorry.
She doesn't recognize it.
I still think there's something we don't
I know, but
about
how do we get that?
the museum heist. Well, we could go back to them one more time with what we know now and see if they just open up with anything.
Here's what
We've already spent way too much time on this, so we're going to get a time penalty.
Yeah.
We might as well
Yeah.
try.
My theory is this is red herring. Harvey broke into the museum, stole it at this guy's behest to sell it.
Okay.
They were in cahoots together.
Sure.
Then they both knew about the treasure because she said they were both there.
The one thief
And then he
double-crossed
wanted
the
all the
other.
money
Because because their father gave the stuff and they didn't get the information out of this.
Yes.
They might not even know where it
It was donated.
They needed to know where
the
that
husband
treasure
knew about
was.
it through the wife.
I just wonder if we are missing a piece of the museum heist part of it.
I think we're pretty close.
Okay, I agree.
It is easy.
This is an easy case. Should we go to the museum or just go solve the case?
Go solve.
All right. Goodbye. Thank you, Eleonora, for things we mostly already knew. We're going back to Scotland Yard. We can give our final report. Clicking solve the case. You are about to try and solve the case and end the game. Are you sure? Yes.
Yeah.
Who stole the jewel from the museum?
Harvey.
Dun, dun, dun. Why was the jewel stolen?
Do the husband?
The
the documents.
the documents, because
Yeah.
that is where it tells you where the treasure is.
Yep, I agree.
How could the museum's security be bypassed?
Oh, crap.
Well, they did say that the code was entered within 20 seconds, so they knew the code.
So someone knew the code, but it's only museum employees are the only ones who know.
That's correct.
Which would be these three.
But it was
Or-
also the high-tech device on the burglar alarm that used it to bypass. So we don't really know exactly how that happened.
He knows.
They both know
Yeah.
for sure.
She might know from her dad.
This is what
I
they
don't know.
used to bypass it, the burglar alarm, but we don't know if that's what they're looking for or not. This is really the piece that
This
we
is a
didn't get.
difficult one.
Okay,
Well, they knew each other.
Yeah, it's through here. This is how.
I feel like she got it from her dad somehow, and then she gave it to him.
okay.
I don't know why or how.
We
but
are-
I'm
I know.
conjecturing.
Yeah, we're bad detectives. We're 100% conjecturing right now, and we could be throwing an innocent person into a crime description that we're writing up. So what should we
doesn't seem
really
that
do?
innocent. She had
He
dark
can't
circles
say
in
no
her
to
eye.
women.
Yeah.
That is just one thing our criminologist. That's not proof, though, is it? Should he go to jail for that? Yeah, I'm thinking like a real detective here.
I know. Where do we get that
and
information?
Also,
though?
also,
I know.
his fingerprints were on
I'm
the
just
hammer.
saying we don't have it.
His fingerprints were on the hammer.
That's true.
I think that's our strongest link.
I think so too.
Okay, I do too. But I'm saying we really, really don't have a good reason to say
We're not
that.
all Peter Falk.
No, we are not. All right, well, let's see.
One more thing.
Maybe we'll get negative points for that. Who killed the victim? And we're pretty sure it's this guy, Nicholas, the husband, right? Well done. You have arrested the murderer and found the treasure. Unfortunately, the thief hasn't been arrested. That's pretty much what we thought. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Our-
the thief is dead.
Our total score is 4 stars out of 5, 70 out of 100.
Oh, that's not
Case
bad.
closed in 14 hours, 30 minutes. It says more than 12 hours, so we got 0 points for that. We took
Okay.
longer than they expected us to.
Of course.
Who stole the jewel from the museum? We got 0 points because we were wrong about that. Why was the jewel stolen? We said this and got positive 10 green points for that. How could the museum's security be bypassed? We got positive 10 points for
Oh, so
that.
it was the guard.
Although this makes me think that there might have been better answers for that because those were only 10.
She stole it.
You know, we'll find out. Who killed the victim? We got 30 points for that. That
right.
seems like a correct answer for me. And just was the treasure found? We got 20 points for that. So we got 70 out of 100. If we were faster and found the thief, we probably would have gotten.
What was the deal with this though? What did it say when we did this?
We didn't. That we said he stole it.
It doesn't give you
is
right or
wrong.
wrong.
It is wrong.
It doesn't tell you right away.
That is red. So he definitely was
find
not
that
the
out
thief.
after. So I think it was
the thief was him, her, or him most likely, or maybe
her.
if
He
we.
can't see. No, she
All
stole
right.
it. She gave it to her.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I know. I'm just I like that we actually mostly solved the case, but there were pieces we didn't know.
Yeah.
And I know that people who are watching at this point.
But I wonder how this happened here.
We're going to press
Okay,
solution
okay.
and read the entire thing. I'm just warning for people who
Spoiler
don't want to
alert.
know.
Yes, yes.
100% of the solution is about to be read out loud. All right. Elizabeth Cunningham was blackmailed by Harvey Griggs and forced to take the jewel from the museum thanks to the security code gathered from her father, 52, and her lover, 48.
There you go.
There you go.
Nicholas Howells, the husband, was the one who hired Griggs to get the jewel. He had found Sir Hawkster's old diary mentioning the secret treasure and the jewel being the key to it. When Nicholas met with Griggs to recover the artifact, it didn't go well. Griggs had discovered the message and decided to keep the artifact for himself. He wanted to give the money back, but they ended up fighting over the jewel. Nicholas killed Harvey, dumped the gun into the water close to the docks, and fled the crime scene. The end.
Chad could have told us that.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we would have been able to. It's in the water. I don't know if we ever would have recovered
Yeah,
the
but
gun.
that's fine. That's the you said basically we had no point.
Yeah,
So
but there was clearly evidence we didn't find linking the daughter to the security guard, more that we
That's what
should
I
have
mean.
interrogated, and that she stole it from her dad, the security code.
so who actually stole it then?
She did,
She climbed in there and got it.
apparently so.
She was going to Mont Blanc.
No, she canceled her vacation.
She was going to Mont Blanc. My point is she's a mountain climber. This is what we said earlier.
Oh, yeah, we did.
So he was
Yeah,
there.
she
on-
was forced to take the
He
jewel.
was on duty. She stole it. He faked his injury. I
It
guess.
says the security code gathered from her father and her
Yeah.
lover. Maybe she got half of it from each of them or something.
Maybe.
What are the first three digits,
Just
Daddy?
give me the last
have to
three.
tell me the whole thing.
I don't need the first three. Yeah.
It's a fun game.
So there we go. We got 70 out of 100. I think we did okay. Even though for an easy one, we wasted like several hours running back and forth to
Hey,
locations.
we wrapped up a murder and a
That's right.
a burglary
Yeah,
in
but we let that guy
14
get
hours.
killed.
We solved the two most important parts. He had
no,
one that guy was going to be killed
He
no
wasn't
matter
sound
what.
like he was going to see it coming. He'd get it because he's
He
got
was blindsided.
All right,
Okay. So.
Lincoln, what'd you think of Chronicles of Crime?
I like it. It has the same kind of things to me that Detective has, the Ignazi game,
Sure.
Trevicek. But this it is different, right? You have the interactive stuff, which is fun. We've only played the one that we did on the show, which was a demo case, which was not that
Yes.
hard on that game. And the one that we played that was a real case, we totally took the wrong direction. So I think ultimately we overthink it. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think we're overthinking it. So that does mean we're not good detectives. But Nikki definitely, on the one we did for that one, was right on the right track. I said this right
Yeah.
away. This guy was involved.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? She was involved. So
But it's hard to tell what the piece is that's going to tie it together
exactly.
and get
Well, the
them to
part
tell
that,
you something.
that bums me out is that we absolutely should have got that she did it. It was rope climb, and we said it earlier.
Yeah.
You know, we forgot.
Right. They gave us a key piece
Well, we
of
didn't
evidence.
even
and
ask
we
her
didn't
about the
really-
rope, and she didn't say anything.
That's true, but why would
Doesn't
she?
mean that you would admit it. She may not be
She's not going
fool.
to just say right.
Oh yeah, I brought that rope to
But
the roof.
it is a big error.
no, but she
My-
could
my
have said something like, "Oh,
disappointment
that's the kind
was-
of rope I use when I climb."
I mean, obviously she could have been wearing gloves, but like there could have been DNA evidence, right?
Yeah.
He claimed he tried to climb the rope and bonked his head, and it was cut. So
It was
clearly
cut.
that was to distract us from all that stuff.
Right. Because he knew that she was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
We would think.
Well, yeah, probably. You know, she may not have gotten any of the code from him, even though it says that, right? That she was threatened, but maybe because she was threatened. I don't know. Maybe she felt if you give me half, then it's not just you giving
Right.
it to me.
Or maybe they all were in it for a
Collusion,
little bit
yeah.
of the money. We
Right.
don't- There's definitely some conversations that we missed in there.
But it's
on
neat.
that
I
part.
love how this works. I love the tool. It's like this sandbox system that you just apply a case on it, right?
Yes.
All of these things can change for each case.
Right. You said all these people are basically generic. So like
Yeah.
this could be the murder victim in another case, and this
Yes.
could be your partner coming with you from place to place. Like the people are not always these same
I don't know if
people. They're
those
just-
things happen. I believe that those are basically, but still, it could be something that can add to the case
Yeah.
or something. It could absolutely do that because they could change it at any point too, right?
I think the app runs really smoothly. I really like the way that just using the app to scan
I
the
just was
codes
bummed that
and-
we couldn't, we didn't catch the green thing, and there wasn't one, but that we weren't certain. You were pretty certain you
right.
didn't see it,
Yeah.
but like that we weren't certain. That was a bummer.
You mean the scan where you can
Yes,
scan the
to the
location?
location.
You're right. That should jump out at you more. Like it should be a
it is
big
green.
option.
I mean, it should be there. We should have had it.
It's
but
pretty easy to overlook when it's just like a small bar above the location.
Yeah,
and it
well,
should be like
obviously after one play, you go, okay, look
Right.
for the green bar at every location.
if you miss that, you're going to miss a huge section of the
Yeah.
story and probably not be able to finish. But we didn't actually miss one.
What'd you think, Nick?
I enjoyed it. There's a lot going on in it. I am a little bummed about the few situations where we were kind of completely stuck and didn't know where to go next to progress the cards to get moving.
Well, this leap was late. I wonder
Yeah.
if there was some way to make that connection sooner. Because
I don't-
clearly, at first we thought he wasn't involved. Then we got here, which was even late, like these things
But
are...
they're the end of the story essentially. One way or another, they're leading you towards the final piece. So
Right.
it's supposed to be late. And I like that they gave you at least two different ways to find the ending, either through them or through this lady.
Right.
And it sounds like even finding the treasure was a
Was not you didn't actually,
have to
you didn't
find it. It was like a
necessarily
little
need
bonus.
it, right?
That was
It was a
nice.
bonus, yeah. If you found the thief and the murderer, you still could get a pretty good score.
whole charming conversation with a young girl.
Yeah.
Well, at the beginning, this is actually talking about solving the case to begin with. We asked her about him, but then once we found out about her, we didn't go back to him and ask him about her. Maybe we
That
would
would've
have
maybe given us more
we would have gotten
info,
that
yeah.
info that we
Yeah.
needed. I don't know, but it was an idea as we were putting in our numbers that we should have
Yeah.
went back and asked him about her once we knew about her. But I like the idea that everybody's going through these clues, that everything Lincoln said about it being able to be changed up, because they are kind of just generic objects that could
Yeah.
be dialed into any kind of
The case was
Case.
blown open by her.
Oh yeah.
It's like, the reality was,
kid
it was the
needs a
little girl
reward.
that was...
Can't say the darndest thing.
Yeah. Or witness the darndest things. What'd you think, Kevin?
Well, I love detective things, movies, stories, books, games. When I was a kid, I used to play Electronic Detective all the time. Do you remember that?
No.
It was a game that had a little tiny computer. Quote
Oh,
unquote.
yes.
It was
And
like basically a calculator with a LCD
and
display.
it had profile cards
Yeah,
for
you had
each
the
of
little
the
cards you would flip through
suspects.
for the
Oh, yeah.
suspect.
Yes.
And the commercial, and it also had a floppy record, a 45 you would put on.
Yeah.
Wow.
That would take you through the crime. And the commercials starred Don Adams in a trench coat
yeah,
as
yeah.
"What You Believe," so this to me feels like a much more big version of that old game, because that was about finding the person and how they did it and everything. It was like a little more advanced Clue, slightly.
I remember it.
But this was cool with visiting the locations. I really liked the sort of virtual aspect of looking around the crime scene or even the murder scene that we found, because we had two scenes we got to check out.
Well, having everybody look at, we three of us looked at the first location. Yeah, you know what I mean? And that was kind of a bummer. I felt like we should have,
Not wasted so much time
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
because
I think we're all caught up in the novelty of how cool it was.
It is fun
that's true.
to explore it for fun.
You want to
yeah.
see I'm inside the British Museum and there's a crime scene here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was, going to the locations, investigating, the whole questioning thing, I thought it was pretty awesome. I do agree that there's some limitations where it's just like in every Agatha Christie story at the end, there are characters mentioned or things that you're like, I have no idea that was happening. You didn't reveal the story. How am I going to know? So the fact that she could have gotten the code from two different sources kind of threw me a little bit. I was bummed, like Nikki said, that we didn't establish this link. But
what link is that? Between them?
between
how the theft at the museum.
Yeah, the
But I
link said
said
she did it.
rope climbing. I mean, the
Yeah.
problem was it happened so long ago that we forgot.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
But I didn't get that she was blackmailed. I would have never. I don't know
right.
that we would have.
True,
gotten
yeah.
that.
Why was she blackmailed?
I'm
and
just
how?
saying our suspicion was there, but we never looked for any proof
Yeah.
of it. Or
We
found
were
the
close. I
right-
feel
Well,
like-
we had her look at the rope, and she didn't respond cagely, right? I mean,
Right.
that's what more can we do? We have,
Yeah.
in
There's no
essence, we
evidence
have to
on
make
it.
a leap right there.
We did.
No, I think there's more proof that we didn't find. Like, you know, you talk
Well, like
to...
there's no DNA though. That's the thing.
No.
Like to me, skin's going to come off on a rope.
Okay.
Now, she could have been fully clothed and nothing. No, but part of her flesh touched it. You know what I mean?
Or she wore gloves or something.
That's what I'm saying.
But then it should tell you there were glove fibers found or something.
And did she actually even use the rope? Who knows? You know, I mean,
Right,
maybe he
right.
just helped
That
her
could have just
out.
been part of the
See,
story.
that's the problem
Yeah.
to me. That there's some stuff there, and I don't know how we find it. That's all. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just didn't find
it's
it.
in there somewhere. It could be, you know, you ask him and he says, "Oh yeah, her rope's
It'd
missing."
be nice to look
even
like
though-
detail on this
to
case.
get the detail. Yeah, exactly. How
But it's
you
cool.
find
So many
this
multiple
bit.
paths to that same ending. So I still feel like we had a passing score of 70, right?
This is a little expansion bit that will change the way the app is
Yeah, you can
viewed
view it in VR.
when
We
you're
didn't do that
searching-
specifically so the audience could see what
When
we're
you're
doing.
holding up your phone to look around the crime scene, this will sort of make it a 3D VR
Right.
experience. You still look around 360 degrees, but they sell a little virtual reality add-on with, of course, a exclusive case only available to you if you've
fold up
got this
nicely.
expansion. But that's another little bit that they're going to.
I think you should
add
mention the
onto
app
game
also
with.
plays spooky,
Oh yeah,
Oh,
play
right.
music stuff.
mystery-themed
Yeah, yeah.
music.
There
if
is
you care.
background
If
music
you care.
if you care for that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Well, thanks for guiding us, Aaron.
You are welcome, Lincoln, and thanks for everybody else for coming along on our mystery.